Did they have like a this is
now. Oh, you know, we have Bloodaxe. Uh, yeah, I haven't set it up. I've been too busy unpacking boxes. Thanks. It'll be better once we actually sell the other house.
You know what? My mic was turned off, so nobody heard my conversation. Anyway, we're live.
best intro ever.
I know, right? They were just hearing Bloodaxe. So
Wait, they weren't hearing me either?
no, I had his mic on. I had our mics off.
Why don't you do the intro again?
Welcome to Dicejunkies. I'm Xenodamus. I'm here with
Q.
And on Skype,
We got Bloodaxe.
all right, let's get started. Yeah, all right, so we had the PlayStation showcase this week with some new and interesting announcements.
Mm-hmm.
Anything you were excited about? You were looking forward to in the?
Well, the thing I was looking the most forward to is not coming out to PC for a while because PlayStation managed to get exclusive. That was that Phantom Blade or Phantom Blade
you weren't
0.
looking forward to that until after the showcase.
Well, yeah,
when
like
you
the
saw
trailer
it.
was really awesome.
Yeah.
Spider-Man 2. We watched that trailer, and I have to say that if that hits PC, which I think it's going to, I may have to grab that because that looked really good. Spider-Man 2 looked amazing.
Yeah, I will say, man, I'm a big fan of the first Spider-Man. The main thing I didn't like about the first Spider-Man was when I got moved over to a different character other than Spider-Man. And Spider-Man 2 looks like it's doing that even more and on purpose with switching between Miles and Peter. So I don't know. I'm not actually looking forward to this one as much because
But the symbiote looked really good, man.
It does. No, it does. It does. I just don't like that whole switch. I like to play a character and be that character, be in that character's mindset. It always throws me when they throw me to another character for a while. You know, so I didn't like it when they did it with Gwen Stacy in the first one.
I want to play as Gwen Stacy now.
Or the little bit of Miles they threw you into.
Yeah, pre-powered Miles, I think. Yeah, stealth sections without being actual Spider-Man sounds dumb.
Or was it Gwen Stacy or Mary Jane?
I think it was Mary Jane.
Yeah.
But either way,
sorry.
It was unnecessary.
Yeah.
But, I mean, the action looked good. The Venom suit I've played several games just because they had the symbiote in there, and I've even played games where you get to play as Venom. But that was some of the best symbiote combat I've seen. It looked really good. And, I mean, It was very impressive combat. It feels like it's going to be a definite power trip to be fighting with the symbiote, as you see. Like, really, I mean, look at that, man. And then Miles is just on full tilt here, man. His spider sting is fully powered up. So, like, this is definitely the Spider-Man power trip you've been hoping for, to play as a badass Miles Morales and a badass Peter Parker. Definitely living up to it. The action scene that they showed in the trailer, which you're seeing parts of, well executed. I mean, it's enough that I'll buy this if it hits PC. And you know I don't like buying anything that's even slightly related to Sony. But I'll buy this on PC. Yeah. I'll try to catch it on sale.
Now, if they can make it multiplayer so that one of us could play Spider-Man and one of us could play Miles.
I mean, one of us. I'm playing Miles.
Obviously.
You can be your little white boy. I'm going to be Miles Morales, baby.
That would be awesome.
Yeah, you know you want to be the symbiote.
Oh, hell yeah, dude. I love symbiont Spider-Man.
Yeah, so it's like, or black suit Spider-Man.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I'd love to play as my boy Miles. My kids would freak out if we made a video of that. They love Miles Morales. They would be like,
well, because they had some cool team elements, but I mean, it's all CGI right now. You know, it's not really that.
We don't know how it does in gameplay.
Yeah.
Combined
So if you could make that a multiplayer, a 2-player game, I mean, that would be awesome, dude.
I would love it. And then at the end, I get to kick your ass, Mr. Symbiote, get that symbiote off of you.
Hey, dude, you know, you got to do what you got to do.
I got to sting that venom, you know what I'm saying?
But that would also be just a really cool, at the end of this 2-player Spider-Man, you end up being
fighting each other and get the endings based on who wins. That would be pretty good.
That would be awesome.
Whether it's Miles stops the symbiote or Peter almost kills Miles and feels bad and goes, no, you know. But, like, it stops himself. They could still have a similar ending, but, you know, you actually fight it out. That would be fun.
Mm-hmm.
I've been wanting to kick your ass.
But yeah, no. I mean, but I do get. I mean, it's the Kraven the Hunter is the villain in this one. It seems.
Well, one of them. I'm sure there'll be a rogues gallery.
But I think he's the main villain. It looked really good. It really did. I'm just not a big fan of the switching between characters.
Yeah, multiplayer would be good. I mean, it's not the only game we feel that way about that should have multiplayer. Like that popped up. What about you, Bloodaxe? You're Spider-Manning. What do you think?
Well, it makes me want to get a PC to game with. That's for sure. And like your boys are into Miles Morales. Mine are really into Spider-Man, but they love Venom. Venom, Carnage, any of the symbiotes, they would actually have a blast either watching me play or them playing themselves. But unfortunately, I don't have a gaming PC. I have a Mac, which isn't designed for gaming. It'll probably work, but it wouldn't be nearly as fun as one of your setups. But not having a PlayStation and not being a PC gamer, there wasn't really a whole lot that I dove into because I can't play it. So it's just one of those things that, you know, I wanted to play the Spider-Man game that came out on PlayStation, but it's not an option for me. And then this one looks really tight. Does it have multiplayer, or do y'all?
No, we were wishing.
Okay. Because if you get multiplayer in a game like that, oh my god, that would be so badass. Yeah, that would actually be a lot of fun.
I mean, and it's really cool because they gave Miles his full set of powers for this one, so he has the really juiced up electrical powers, Spider Sting, good tech suite. It looked like.
Yeah, he has some devices that was cool.
You know, so pairing Parker with the symbiote sort of balances it out because of because I'm assuming Parker isn't using as much of the tech since he has the symbiote. So with him having the symbiote versus Miles's electricity and cloaking and stuff, it sort of evens the battlefield. So you end up having a pretty good balance between the two. I would love to see that 2-player mode. You know, maybe that's something they can throw in as a patch. You know, be smart, Sony.
PlayStation doesn't like people having friends. You know that they're not into that. They do very few multiplayer games. They don't do crossplay with anybody. They're like, play alone. You play alone. That's what PlayStation's about. You have no friends. You play alone. PlayStation's your friend. We're your friend. You don't need anyone else.
Oh, man. But no, And I mean, neat design on the Venom.
Yeah.
Symbiote suit there.
Dude, the combat looked so good.
Yeah.
The combat looked good. That combat looked.
I mean,
really
that right
good.
there was awesome when he goes up and he grabs all 4 of them and just slams down on them.
Yeah, it's good stuff. So I mean, the game looks fun. I'll probably got it on PC, but you know our rule: only on sale. I never give Sony full price, but I will buy it on PC on sale. It'll be on sale soon enough, and there you go. But it is on my list of games to look out for a sale. It is on my list of games.
Yeah. So what about Metal Gear Solid Snake Eater remake, man? Metal Gear Solid was a pretty popular franchise. I never got into them myself. Did you, Bloodaxe?
No, the only Metal Gears I played were some of the first ones. I haven't gotten into the newer ones yet. But you're right. They have their rabid fan base, but it's not nearly as large as some of your other franchises. But they do have some loyal players that really enjoy playing that Snake.
Yeah, he's got some really loyal fans. Well, what they're doing is they're giving it the reboot treatment that they did to Resident Evil. And honestly, I will say, the Resident Evil reboots with the better graphics and updated gameplay have been friggin' good. Like, I have watched a lot of gameplay of Resident Evil 4, Resident Evil 2, the others, and I will say, really good. Really, really good. Looked a lot of fun. Was tempting, but and if they're going to do that with this is probably going to be for a new generation, a very good reboot of Metal Gear Solid to bring it to a new generation. Now, whether it'll work given the current pattern of what has to be in a game, and Metal Gear definitely does not check the boxes, we'll see. But people have been enjoying it. Old fans have been enjoying the reboots. I don't know how good they've been doing at pulling in the new players, but, we'll see. I mean, why would they play that when they have, like, fair game to play? Play fair game.
Yeah.
Yeah, you don't want to talk about fair game?
No.
You don't want to talk about it.
So other than that, they announced a new game streaming device. Not really care about that. Assassin's Creed Mirage is that smaller in scope Assassin's Creed. Alan Wake 2. Could be interesting. I know it had a big fan base.
Huge fan base. They've been wanting more of that for a long time.
I don't know how. Alan Wake to me was a cult classic type thing, and sequels to cult classics don't tend to go well.
I know. I mean, they could be playing fair. No, I'm kidding. Gonna get punched.
Final Fantasy 16 gets a new trailer.
Yeah. I don't know, dude. Me and Final Fantasy have been divorced for a while.
But, I mean, it's huge. It's going to be hugely followed. It's Final Fantasy, man.
If they go back to being on multiple consoles, but as long as they're PlayStation exclusive, me and them are not seeing eye anymore.
Yeah.
I bought the one where you played as Prince Noctis. I forgot his number. There's too many damn numbers. But, I bought that one. I enjoyed it. But I bought it on my Xbox. And I'm just sick and tired of the exclusive stuff, man. And I'm not even saying, even for Xbox, I'd rather games be on all the consoles so that everybody can play and you can see if the game's any dang good. Because who knows how many hidden gems are being lost to different gameplay bases because you have a PlayStation or you have an Xbox. There might be some games, I mean, PlayStation definitely has a bigger library, but there might be some games on Xbox that were missed by PlayStation players that they really would have enjoyed. And to me, the gaming community suffers by the childish behavior and tactics that are being thrown out. Because I like action RPGs, and the Final Fantasy games, the last few looked interesting. But I'm also not going to buy a PlayStation because Sony is Satan. So, so it means I can't play your game. If you're determined to make me make a deal with the devil, guess what? I ain't Faust. It ain't happening. But you put it out on multiple consoles, man. I used to play all the Final Fantasy games. But Bloodaxe knows I was a hardcore Final Fantasy player, man. Getting all the games all the way up through the series. So they lost a lifelong customer who bought all their games. And they did it because they said, PlayStation or die. And I went, death. So they can keep their dang Final Fantasy games until they decide to put them out for everybody. I demand equality in my gaming. Everybody. No more isolations. No more segregation of games. Free my games. Free my games.
All right. So yeah, no Final Fantasy.
Unless they decide to put it out on multiple.
Now this is the big release that got me, and that is Dragon's Dogma 2 got a new trailer. I remember hearing rumors about this off and on, so was happy to see a teaser trailer. Yeah, happy to see a teaser trailer come out for it, showcasing. You had tons of monsters and dragons and some of the combat and stuff like that. So
the pawns are back in town.
Yeah. So I mean, still very little information though. I mean, we still don't know exactly what mechanics are in there, what kind of elements we're looking at, how the pawns are going to work, how, what we did.
Xenodamus return.
Yeah. We did hear there is no multiplayer though, which is once again a sad thing. I mean, I would love to be able to go on an adventure on one of these open world RPGs with a small group of friends, not an MMO. I don't want an MMO. I just want a small group of friends, sort of like I was playing D&D or some other tabletop RPG. Let me do that.
You have your wizard, and I have my warrior on the front line, and like Bloodaxe has got his sword and board.
Yeah, get Jarek in there with a ranger, a ranged character or something.
He can abandon us to die.
Oh well, maybe not in a video. Maybe he won't do it in a video game.
I don't know, man. Jarek's got a history of abandoning people to die. That's what he does. His character, Jarek, the character and the player, actually, both have a history. But no, man, I would love it because you like playing wizards, and I actually enjoy the combat. The only thing is me and Bloodaxe fighting over the melee rolls of like, you got to do sword and board, buddy, because I do great swords in Dragon's Dogma.
I don't know. We'll have to work.
Okay, I'll do it.
Maybe we can convince them to be a cleric, man. That way we can have a cleric, a ranger, a wizard, and a frontline fighter.
Theirs was that shield. Yeah, they had a healing roll.
Yeah,
but all right, I'll let you have the great sword. For you, Bloodaxe, I'll do a wield. I'll be climbing on a monster up there, stabbing it in the eyeballs.
Well, we still need a healer, man.
That's you.
I'm a wizard.
You played the game. You know that healing is in the same school of magic.
I don't know what you're talking about.
I ain't gonna need the healer. It's gonna be him. I don't get him. I mean, I'm me. You know what I'm saying? I'll be fine. Like Bloodaxe gonna be over there bleeding. Talk about I'm tanking. Who's gonna heal me?
I don't know what classes they're gonna have or how they're gonna division up the classes.
Wait.
Hell, all we know they can have paladins.
Actually, I'll heal you, Bloodaxe. I forgot. No, dude, I remember they had the items you could drop on the ground and heal in an area.
Oh, that is true.
I'll be the item guy too. Damn it, I'm the guy named dual wielder, and I'm the scout, and I'm the healer, and you two just have fun doing your thing, and I'll carry the rest of it.
Yeah.
See what I got to deal with?
Let's do that.
Just walk up and drop some healing on your forehead and then go back to killing the dragon. And I'll be like, you still charging that spell? You know how long a spell takes. See, I played Dragon's Dogma not too long ago. I remember all the mechanics.
I hate the no co-op, though. But
I know. That would be a fun co-op game.
I think it looks good, dude. To me, it looks really nice. You were bitching about how it looked. I don't know why.
I mean, I've been playing Elden Ring and stuff. All right? I got a little used to that really... No, I gotta admit, the faces look better because, man, Elden Ring is full of some ugly mofos. Like, From Software believes in ugly humans. That is for sure.
Yeah.
But, man, like, that, I would, man, I wish that was multiplayer. Anyway,
I mean, dude, look, that looks like it should be multiplayer,
I know,
right?
It does. I mean, look at Jarek. There he is. That is basically Jarek. He's not shooting anything. Yeah, he's just watching. That's a boy. He's in the back with the bow, and he's just like... He don't even have an arrow notch, does he? I can't tell.
Yeah, it looks like he has an arrow or something. Yeah, there's an arrow.
But no, like, but it's still, it's going to be fun as a single player experience. But it is disappointing that everybody that played Dragon's Dogma, what everybody said, this game should be multiplayer. Everybody said that, and their answer to that was, "F you," and they went back to not multiplayer. Right.
That's probably a pawn. That's what that.
Those are pawns, yes. I mean, you could use my pawn. You can run my pawn around in the bag. That's what you got to do. But you by yourself. It's too bad. Like I said, fun game. It would have been really fun with multiplayer. Mm-hmm. I think somebody made a mod or something. But
you could even do similar to how some of the games where when you're playing single player, you have your pawn, but once you grab some friends to come
you
along.
trade out the pawn,
You
yeah.
trade out the pawn disappears. We've seen that mechanic in other games where you have like a pet that goes away when you're a multiplayer.
Well, I mean, it did that in Monster Hunter. You
Yeah.
you lost one of your pets when you were in a multiplayer version. So yeah. But still looking forward to the game as a single player. But due to it not having multiplayer, might buy it when it goes on sale. Like I'm not exactly feeling like I gotta. I'm telling you, for my full price games, I'm starting to demand more.
Yeah,
they raised the price.
We don't even
games.
have anywhere near a release date or anything on it. So
Who knows? They might change their mind. It could get flipped.
Did you play Dragon's Dogma Blood?
No, I didn't. It's one of those games that I wanted to play but just never picked up. And I've seen on looking at my friends list, Q playing it back in the day. Mm-hmm. He played it a pretty good bit, so it looked like it was a lot of fun. But it's one of the games that I never did pick up. No,
you were in my game. I totally made it like a frontliner for my wizard named Bloodaxe. Big dude with a sword. What I did? I actually made a Bloodaxe pawn. It was running around. You're a big dude with an axe. I made your guy really big. You had the axe and put the armor on him, and I was casting magic, and you were up there. You're my do boy. Go out there, take them hits. But
That's
I was
awesome.
healing you because, see, I'm not Xeno. I had a healing spell prepared.
So what do you think about this new heist game, Fair Game $?
It has opened my eyes up to the sins of capitalism.
Oh, yeah.
Eat the rich. Eat the rich.
Some of the elements in the game look like it could be fun, but the story just seems so bad. But I don't know. We'll see.
It reminds me. How's the most up I would say. It's like somebody made a sci-fi heist game out of the Saints Row cast, and that's what I'll leave it at.
It's what's that? Was it not Watchmen? What was that? No. What was that game? The
Watch Dogs.
Watch Dogs. It's Watch Dogs.
Watch Dogs 2. Watch Dogs 1 was good. Watch Dogs 2.
But I was thinking Watch Dogs 1 with the cast of Saints Row.
With Saints Row. Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
The cast Saints Row, which is pretty much Watch Dogs 2.
Which is pretty much Watch Dogs 2.
It's Watch Dogs 2 heist game. So if you don't like particular things in your game, you probably won't like it. Now, that doesn't mean it might not be fun. Maybe this will be the one that's awesome. Maybe this will be the one you go, wait, no, this is really good. It looks good. The graphics are good. But, no, it isn't, because that's a CGI trailer. Yeah, there was no gameplay whatsoever. Yeah. It even says at the beginning it's a CGI trailer. So actually, none of these shots are accurate.
Any gameplay, yeah.
Not just gameplay. We don't have any game footage.
Yeah.
It's CGI trailer, which means it may not even be in the game. They actually say at the beginning of the video, disclaimer, does not represent game footage.
That's
so basically,
That's true.
So none of this is maybe.
Because I was thinking it looked really cool.
Yeah. Whatever that was looked good, but that ain't the game.
I forgot that it was all CGI.
It said it at the beginning too. That this does not represent game footage. So wow,
At
the
least
one
you
thing
were
that I
honest.
could say nice about it, it's empowering. I don't know. Talos principle too.
So this is another one of those sort of cult classic, came out of nowhere that, once again, I'm not sure if the sequel is going to hit. So rarely do they hit. I mean, I hope they do.
So much of it was the writing and story of Talos Principle, and I haven't seen modern-day game writers able to hit like that. I mean, I don't think they're going to be able to satisfy people that were amazed by the original story's depth and philosophical elements. Because let's be honest, that's not what we're getting out of games anymore, man. That's died out a long time
Dude,
ago.
the only cult classic type game that got a sequel that worked was Portal 2. That I can think of just off the top of my head. But yeah, so we'll see. Other than that, I didn't see much that really jumped out except for the one
Phantom Blade?
indie game that is getting a PS5 exclusive.
They, according to stuff I looked into, they're claiming it will come out on Steam and Epic later. Which, if it's the standard Sony deal, that'll either be 6 months or a year. But my God, does this game look good?
It does look nice.
And if you read cultivation novels, this is boner fuel because I mean the combat looks incredible.
Yeah.
It's John Woo action movie. I mean, we were sitting there just like the scenes of action were incredible. Not since Black Myth Wukong have I been this excited about an action RPG. I would pay full price to get this on PC. It ain't enough to sell me a PlayStation. Nothing will ever be. But when that hits PC, I might buy that day one, man. Because that's how good that looks. I might buy that day one. I want this more than I want to play God of War. Like, this looked good. Like, I mean...
Yeah, here, I'll play this short scene real quick. I mean, just to say...
Look at this, man. I mean...
Ch-ch-ch-ch-ch.
Yeah, screw it. I'm willing to wish them monetization. The freaking action scene's incredible. Oh, yeah, that one. They're thinking, wow. I mean, the scenes just look incredible. One more. Show me a little more. Show me a little more. Ha! Get them on the wall. I mean, the combat looks incredible, man. Like, in that parry system, I mean, this is some of the best. This is action movie as hell. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that. That's some good stuff, man.
Oh, no, it looks nice. And for an indie game, I mean, that shocked me.
That is like the winner for like getting me worked up. That was amazing. You know, that actually has me excited. There was some show more about the story mode of Street Fighter 6. I've already watched a bunch of gameplay from my favorite streamers. But basically, there's going to be an interesting story mode where you'll get to wander around and meet the characters, train with them. There's scenes of people stretching and training with Chun-Li. It looks very painful because watching the dude try to take his leg and wrap it around here, and I'm just like, hamstring, groin pull. But, like, it is cool because who hasn't had the fantasy when they're younger of walking around and training with the Street Fighter characters and learning their moves? That is pretty cool. Me, you know me. Who you think I'm looking for? I ain't seen them to train with yet, but whose moveset do you think I want to have?
Oh, Zangief.
I want them geek moves, boy, and I want to mix them with the big Mara, the big Greek warrior. I want all the grappler moves. I want to have so many grapples that y'all just throw the controller across the room as I roll through a list of grapples. Oh man, I'm gonna build a grappler, and I'm gonna be stupid about it. I want to build like a 5'4" grappler. I want to see a little dude do a spinning power driver. That'd be hilarious. Some little dude run up, ha!
Tie the worst one-liners to them.
Yeah. Oh gosh. Yeah. I mean, I haven't seen Geef as an option, but man, they gotta let me go train with the Red Cyclone. You know what I'm saying? Forget Ryu. If I can't train with Akuma, then I want to train with Zangief.
See, for Q, when he plays these types of games, it's not enough to win. He wants to embarrass you.
Yes. You call it embarrassing. I'm calling motivating you to want to win. See, I give you all this motivation. And hey, you can't say nothing. I haven't put you and Mike through nowhere near what I put Bloodaxe through with Astaroth. I did stuff to him on Soul Calibur I still feel bad about with Astaroth. I would shove the axe up his tail and drag him across the arena with it. And, you know, I got to give the man credit. He's no quitter. He kept going until his Siegfried became a fucking problem. Now, he did. I was very proud of him. See, he was motivated. Y'all can't stand it when I take it and I grab it and I shove the X up. You're like, oh, no. And I'm like, what? It's a move. They put it in the game.
I started finding ways around that shit.
True, you annoying bastard. You found a lot of ways to get on my nerve. But you know what? That's what makes it fun.
Yeah.
You made me play Astaroth, like, nervous on many occasions. As is his Siegfried, you know. So it's like, that's what you do. You keep playing until you get the chops.
There were a few times I made you switch over to Mitsurugi because I was whipping Astaroth's ass. I loved ringing you out.
Oh, God, awesome. Yeah. You made me have to pull out my boy, Mitsurugi. You know my Mitsurugi, yeah.
Yeah. All right, so talking about games that we're looking forward to, let's talk about games that came out.
Yeah, you get to play as a crackhead.
Lord of the Rings Golem Studio apologizes for underwhelming experience. Like, this game, people are saying, is the worst game created.
It looked awful when we watched gameplay, man. And also, the design they chose for Gollum is really bad. They made him uglier than he was even in the movie. It is a ugly. And they love zooming in on that ugly face for some reason.
Yeah.
They are proud to show you how jacked up they made him look.
I gotta say, there are a lot of breakdowns on this game on YouTube just showing you how horrible it is. And we watched a few of them, and we were just cracking up. I'll be honest, man. It was so bad. It was hilarious. Like, people were just like, why?
Why am I playing Golem? Why am I spending all my time hanging out, running around doing errands for orcs? Why does this feel like Golem? I don't know what this game was supposed to be.
On top of that, it was also released with tons of bugs and, from what I understand, unsolvable riddles.
Or just really boring, repeatable ones, yeah. The game has been called just terrible on every level. We were watching it, and we were just going like, this is getting worse and worse.
Button presses not registering. The constant have to just follow somebody. Those slow follow missions.
You're looking at a lot of orc butt.
Yeah.
Because unfortunately, at his head level, you're just looking up an orc's tail most of the game. And that was the thing. For the people who didn't mind the technical issues, a lot of them just said, why the hell am I playing Golem? They're like, I thought they had a plan for this, but no, you're Golem. You just kind of suck. And it's like, I don't know what they expected out of this experience. It's like, hey, dude, you want to play a Lord of the Ring game? Oh, cool. Oh, am I doing the one with the ring? And No, okay. Oh, am I a man of the North? What? No. Oh, am I a wizard? No. I get it. I'm an adventurous and brave hobbit, at least? No, you're Golem. What?
But I mean, for the studio to come out and be like, dear players, we would like to sincerely apologize for the underwhelming experience many of you have had with Lord of the Rings Golem. Upon its release, we acknowledge and deeply regret that the game did not meet the expectations we set for ourselves or for our dedicated community. Please accept our sincere apologies for any disappointment this would have caused. Blah, blah, blah. Sorry.
No, we're not giving you
but are they going to fix it? Like, okay.
Or refund you?
Are they going to go the extra mile? Are they going to Hello Games it and make this the next, what's that space game? No
Man's Sky.
No Man's Sky.
That was a success story of a game that came out and did not do what it was supposed to do and got fixed. I will say, I don't even play it, but I've been following it, and like they really came back around and put some work in. They're claiming they're going to fix the bugs and technical issues. I don't know if that'll fix the fact that it was a dumb idea.
Yeah.
But at least they could get it to where it plays okay for a dumb idea. Because the entire idea was stupid.
Yeah. Bloodaxe?
No, I played No Man's Sky, and after about 30 minutes, I deleted it.
Yeah, that's because you're just not into that type of game and didn't want to read the instructions. But me and Jarek have both played No Man's Sky and really enjoyed what they've come out with. So, the point is that the game is 300%, 400% what it was when it came out.
Be nice if Wonderlands or Redfall gets that treatment.
Yeah, and still gets major patches and hasn't charged anybody a single dime.
No, and added content.
Oh yeah,
like,
added a huge amount of content.
So much to that game for free. I don't know how they can afford it.
Expanded the multiplayer universe in it.
New planets, mech suits.
Yeah, even added a fully VR version of the game for free.
They selling crack on the side? How do they afford all this?
I don't know, man.
Like, I don't know how they're affording it, but wow. But nah, dude, there's other games. Like, here's my thing. They're talking that good stuff, but, like, we've got games we're still waiting on to get fixed. Me and, no, I don't think you bought Wonderlands. Me and, did you buy Wonderlands? I'm so sorry.
He bought it.
So all three of us have Wonderlands and been waiting on them to fix that crap. add some content, do something.
Remember, we tried to play together so many times.
Yes, and that was that's why I forgot, because you never appeared.
Yes.
You were a ghost of a dream.
Did you guys see that tweet from Borderlands? Was it Thursday? That got a lot of only pushback, but it was a hype tweet, and then they said, "No, you guys read too much into that," and basically gave them the finger. Go to the Borderlands Twitter feed.
I mean, just what does it say?
It was something with Lilith. Hang on, I'll have to go back to it real quick and see. It was basically, are you ready for this? And everyone thought it was going to be some kind of major new announcement, and it was basically nothing. Where did it go? So it was a video of Lilith blowing a kiss and giving the finger. Says, "I hope you're ready for this, killer." And everyone thought there was going to be some major announcement from Gearbox, and then they responded back. You all really read hard into this.
So they were just giving their fans the finger. Then that's all it was.
Yeah,
just flipping you off.
Yeah, it was like, was it going to be Borderlands 4? You announced some new Telltale games. Is it going to be the DLC for Borderlands 3 or Wonderlands? Nope, it was this. This is what you're getting from Gearbox. Is a big one of these.
No, I mean that's what that means, and what that is just them giving you the finger. Wow, that is so. Well, I mean, that's what they did to us with the Wonderlands. You know, they gave us the finger. We bought that game, and they didn't support it and dropped it.
And that's
like a
That's
hot
all
potato.
they ever said. They haven't tweeted since then. They just I hope you're ready for this.
And then
the finger, and then the next day they said you all really read into this, and that's it.
I hate.
Yeah, that was something that I just saw on Twitter this week, and I didn't know if you guys had seen that or not.
No, I didn't. I don't really do Twitter much, but holy crap, man!
I mean, geez, they already gave us the finger with Wonderlands, and the finger with that Tales from the Borderlands sequel, and then they gave us the finger again. Like that's 3 fingers. It's just the finger, and the finger. I think I'm done with the Borderlands series. I think that might be it. I think we're done. I think, fuck it. I don't think I'm done. But because I mean, it was a trash show, man. They abandoned Wonderlands. They dropped it so fast.
I'll play Borderlands 4, but I'm not super excited about Wonderlands.
Do you trust them? Do you trust them with Borderlands 4? You know what we got with Wonderlands. Do you trust them with a Borderlands 4?
I know Borderlands 3's play after the game content had a lot of value, which Wonderlands doesn't. So as long as they keep in the same style of Borderlands 1, 2, and 3 for the 4th one, yeah, cool. But if they treat it the way they did Wonderlands, then I won't be excited at all.
And that's my problem, is that they're lazy, low-talent hacks, and now that they know they can get away with not putting any effort in, I don't think they will. I think they're like, hey, man, we sold a bunch of Wonderlands copies, sold a pass, and gave you almost nothing for it. Nobody did anything. We didn't get sued or anything. Let's do it again. So I think they're going to do the same thing. It's going to be their continuous pattern is going to be F you from this point on to ad infinitum. It is going to keep running. They're going to run the bull crap train all the way out, because here's the problem with corporations. When they find out they can be sorry as hell, they will continue to be sorry as hell. And Gearbox, Borderlands 3 was sorry as hell compared to Borderlands 2 until way late when they finally kind of polished it up. It took more than a year plus for them to get it going. Wonderlands, they didn't even bother, and no one did anything about it. And here's what's worse. They just tested the waters. They gave you the finger, and that thing had all kind of likes and got action. They basically said, we think you're so stupid, we're going to give you the finger. And then they came back and said, ha, you idiots, it worked. That's what they just did. They just said, you idiots, that worked. We just gave you the finger. You said, but we thought you were going to do something. They're like, nah, bitch. And then they laughed about it. And then, like he said, they didn't even post anything else. So they don't respect you anymore. They don't respect their fan base. They just made a fool out of them. The next game, they're going to make a sucker out of you again. Tales of the Borderlands 2 was so terrible. It's one of the worst things I've ever seen. It's painful to try. I couldn't even sit through the dang story. It's horrible. Their next game is going to be Wonderlands 2.0. They're going to do a half-assed job. And if they can get enough sales up front, they won't even support it properly. And that's what's going to keep happening.
Oh, well. Let's move on. So, fool me once, shame on me. Fool me twice, shame on you. Fool me 3 times. I don't know why I keep falling for this shit.
You said that all backwards. None of that was right.
Huh?
It's fool me once, shame on you. Fool
That's
me
what I
twice.
said.
That's not what you said.
Oh, well. You know the fucking saying.
Fool me once, shame on the shamer.
Fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me. Is that not what I said?
That's not what you said. You
Oh,
said,
well.
fool me once, shame on me. Fool me twice, shame on you. Fool me 3
Anyway,
times.
fuck D&D. That's what I got to say.
Watsy? Hey, we didn't pay to get fooled by Watsy. We have the subscription already.
Yeah, but
We didn't sit in
man,
the theater.
here's my thing, dude. How is this getting a 93% audience score
That
on
movie
Rotten Tomatoes?
sucked.
I've seen so many people talk highly about this. I'm beginning to think that maybe, I don't know, man. Is there something wrong with me? Is there something wrong with us? Because
I sat there. I was bored. I only snickered. Not even snicker. I found a couple of parts funny. They were very small. It was not a funny movie. None of the fight scenes caught my interest at all. They did the bard and the sorcerer dirty the whole movie, man. They made the sorcerer a sissy.
I don't even know if the
There's
bard was a bard, for one.
The bard didn't cast any spells. His music
Yeah.
didn't distract. I think the bard was a rogue.
Yeah,
And didn't know how to fight.
And obviously that druid was a druid deity and not a druid from the game.
Oh, yeah,
because
because infinite wild shape. Never
Yeah.
cast a druid spell, though.
Yeah.
But let's not get into that, because then people will say that's what's wrong. No, the movie was not good because the action was not exciting.
Well, yeah.
The comedy did not land. The acting was so bad. Oh, my God, I don't know if I've ever seen. The acting was so bad. I think Chris Pine was the only person. Chris Pine and Ford or whatever were the only people who could even deliver a line correctly. Like, bad acting.
It was rough.
Bad,
It was rough.
Bad acting.
I don't get how. Now, I will say, was it better than the first D&D movie? Sure.
That's not hard to do.
But, yeah,
the first
that's
D&D
not
movie
saying
wasn't even
much.
D&D.
Yeah.
This movie's only thing is they got some elements correct.
Yes.
And they had some imaginative ways they did the Displacer Beast. I like the mimic.
yeah.
I like the Atlas Cube. I like the Displacer Beast. Those were all done interesting.
Well, and that's the only reason I can think that people might have actually. All I can think of is because they did get some of the lore right. You know, they really reached into Faerun and
the
pulled
Faerun
out
stuff was
some
good.
Yeah, some good stuff.
And I like the Red Wizards. I like the Red Wizards.
Yeah, they did a good job with the Red Wizards.
Zaztan.
But the overall story,
Zaztan was cool.
yeah, the overall story was blah. There wasn't really a good cohesivity in the group.
There was no chemistry at all in that group.
The whole thing was just rough. Other than some of the elements that they got right with the lore, overall, it wasn't a good movie to
Also,
me.
go to
Like,
Underdark and we don't even see one drow. They could have had a drow ambush.
yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
wait, I'm sorry. The drow aren't evil anymore. They're misunderstood.
Oh,
I
all
apologize.
right, whatever. Yeah, the world did not seem as vibrant as I would expect Faerun to be. Like when you saw the people and the crowd shots, it just, I don't know, man. I didn't feel.
Hey, the cats.
Oh, the cats!
He
the
was
cats were
cringing
horrible.
at the cat people in that one scene. I never seen Zeno like cringe like that. He was like, "Oh, that's bad. Oh, that's so bad." Then they pulled and it was like, "Oh," I was like, "Ooh, that's a bad animatronic." Oh, that was. Ooh. And,
Yeah.
I mean, the Dragonkin's like prosthetics were not great, but the cat people in that one scene was awful.
Yeah.
I was sitting here going like, "Oh, this is like old school Dark Crystal bad Muppet. That looked like a Xerxes, man. That was bad."
I mean, let's. I mean, ooh. I don't know, man. What did you think, Bloodaxe? You actually also watched. I was surprised to hear that.
Yeah, my gaming group has been referencing the movie, especially the whole Speak with Dead scene that was in the movie, which was pretty funny. I thought that was good. I agree with you on the being able to see Icewind Dale, 10 Towns, and then go down to Neverwinter and go to the Underdark was pretty cool. I would love to see Druigar or Svirfneblin or even a Umber Hulk or something in the Underdark other than, well, we did see the Mind Flayer Devourers. Those were pretty interesting. But
I mean, intellect devourers. Those aren't mind flayers. Those are intellect devourers. It's different species.
they are different species, but I
wish I saw mind flayer. That'd been freaking awesome.
that was awesome.
They'd been dead. They'd been dead. They'd all been
I
dead.
like the movie. I don't 93 like the movie. It's more like a 70 in my opinion. It's definitely a good watch if you're a D&D player. But I agree the lack of spells from the druid and the bard not giving any kind of bonuses or abilities or inspiration with his playing, I thought was kind of lame. I did like the Red Wizard storyline. That was really, really cool because I've played Red Wizards before. Q can tell you all about my evoker. But it's a movie that is interesting, but it didn't have enough meat on the bone for me. I would love to have seen something other than an owlbear, and you're right, her switching wild shapes is pretty fast, and I didn't agree with some of the mechanics on that. But they tried to dumb down the movie for those that don't play, so they would understand some of it, and I get that. But you also need to have some stuff in there for the people that have been playing since the 80s. I think that would help generate more of a rewatchability, but also the probability of a sequel if you actually give us something with it that's a little bit more meaty than what you gave us on this film. But I would definitely say watch it at least once.
What did you think of the acting?
I didn't really care for Chris Pine or even Rodriguez for that matter. I kept waiting for them to have some kind of romance arc because they've been together for so long, and his daughter really had taken a liking to her character, Holga. But
he was too tall.
She's a big woman. There's nothing wrong with having a tall woman.
No. So
she's into halflings.
Yeah, he was too tall.
Her only character arc is I left my tribe because I like halflings.
Yeah.
That was the entirety of her character concept.
That's ridiculous.
Anyway.
But it's a movie that I would definitely watch, but it's not one I would buy and watch multiple times.
I would say don't bother personally. Yeah, I gave it, you gave it about a 70. I gave it about a 45, and I think he gave it about a 35 because he keeps going between 3 and 4. So
yeah, well, the thing is that the only reason it was getting a 4 is because I went in expecting it to be bad.
Yeah.
But if I watch this in theaters, it's a 3 in a theater. Oh God, is it a 3 in a theater? And, I'd have been pissed if I was sitting in a movie theater watching that trash.
I mean, outside of the bad acting and stuff like that, I will say I am a nerd. I've gone through the mechanics of 5th Ed, and the fact that they didn't stick with the mechanics, the weird thing with the attunement just bugged the hell out of me.
Oh yeah, that attunement was strange.
And then it was, I don't know, man. I even forgave him for the owlbear. I forgave him for the owlbear. I understand the rule of cool or whatever, but
yeah, I didn't mind the owlbear.
Yeah, but I mean, there was a lot of other stuff. Like I said, the druid never cast a spell, even though she should be able to cast spells. The bard never cast a spell, or even use a bardic ability. Other than being charismatic. I didn't even know, and he played a flute, which by D&D rules, anybody would
lute.
Lute. I mean, almost every class gets an instrument skill now. So
it might as well have been a rogue. Yeah, might as well have been a rogue. He was not a bard. I mean, that's the thing too about the druid is that you wanted to for some reason have only, what's his name be the sorcerer be the spellcaster, and also make a lose route of him, making the Steve Urkel your movie Kiss My Ass. I'm like, wow, let's make the Citadel Minster Steve Urkel. No, I don't know. Steve Urkel has more self-confidence. But the druid didn't even, talk to an animal. Just none of the druid abilities came into play. Like no animal friendship. Hell, no animal companion. Just nothing.
Now, I did love the spell component.
Well, and like I said, they didn't do Faerun dirty. Faerun was interesting. I liked Faerun. I thought Faerun was interestingly done. Now, I do think it's weird that the Barbarian never used her axe the whole movie. I actually pointed out to him that she did nothing but unarmed combat.
And she got disarmed immediately when she used it.
So she was just a monk. They might as well have made her a monk for the way she fought. Because all she did was fist fights. It was just fist fights, and fist fights. And like, I'm going like, use the axe. And like, she never really uses the axe. The one time she hits the dragon with it, she hits him with the dang hilt. Remember that? I'm like, why is she hitting the like turning the axe around and hitting him with the handle?
I mean, it was like a stone dragon or something, right?
No, it was when they were irritating Chubster.
Oh yeah.
And I'm like, why aren't you? What the?
Well, the pointy. I think they had the point on the end, though. So she was trying to do piercing damage versus slashing.
You're trying very hard. I give you credit.
Yeah, I don't know, dude.
But
yeah, she used to axe on this thing and then got disarmed immediately.
Yes, she got disarmed. She fought the guy. She literally sticks it down and gets it stuck. Like, she makes a lot of. She's not know how to use an axe. She might as well have not bothered.
But she really likes that axe. She even bought the linseed oil.
Well, then she got melted metal all over it and ruined it.
Yeah.
Because now it's dull. You know what that did? That dulled the axe. Which she doesn't use. Well, she does use it a little bit as a hammer, so that's what she did. She turned it into a hammer. But I know, and we only saw like one dwarf, a couple of dwarves during the arena scene, but they didn't do a lot of the other races either. Except, weirdly enough, the badly done dragonkin and catfolk, when I would have liked to see. You see elves in the background in the Emerald Enclave, but you didn't really. Okay, let me stop. They did a good job on the setting. That Negro, I mean, he could have been he was a bad actor. No, go back. You know who I'm talking about, the Paladin. I like the character concept. Dude cannot act.
Well, they were trying to do the whole motionless type. Which is weird because he's a paladin. Which means he should be charisma and likable and righteous. And, oh, God, Captain Cook, that sorcerer. Oh, God. Man, I was so pissed. He is the comic relief of the movie. I was not amused. They did him like that. It's amazing how they try to be like, we're going to put you in a movie. And then it's like, we're going to make you a bitch, though. And I'm like, why don't you not put us in a movie then? You know what I'm saying? I don't want to be in the movie if I got to be a goddamn simp and be like, oh, I tried to date her, but I just made her sad by my existence. It's real lines from the movie. I tried to court her, but she was just around my literal presence made her sad because I'm such a loser. Because I can't do anything. Why? All right. So anyway, didn't care for the movie. Yeah, no, it's 4 out of 10, and that's because I expected it to be bad, and I like Faerun so much. And they didn't do like the other movies where they screwed up the setting really bad. I'll give them that. They did not screw up the setting like the other D&D movies did. But we followed the worst party I've ever seen in a D&D movie. I think I'd rather follow Marlon Wayans than the other guy. Yeah, I said it. Because you know what? At least they were rogues doing rogue things. They did what a 2-rogue party would do. Suck. A 2-rogue party is going to be pretty bad. But this was, bard, druid, sorcerer, barbarian. The magical power this party should have had at its disposal. And then they pulled in a paladin at one point. This team should have been wrecking. Instead, every fight scene is one of the female characters by themselves. It's either the druid fighting some people and everyone else is in the back like, or it's the barbarian fighting people and everyone else is in the back going, and that's it. And I'm like, they never fought as a party almost, except for that one scene where they did nothing effective, really. Like, they just kind of annoyed the villain. It's like when the dang X-Men fought the Juggernaut. What did he say in the animated show? What are you trying to do? Embarrass me to death? That's pretty much what that fight was. They just, annoyed the Red Wizard until they finally, the person who won the movie was the... I called it. Did I call it? I won't spoil the ending, but did I call the ending? Yep, yeah. All right.
Bloodaxe. I called it. I called I called the clink clink. I called that. I called it.
Yeah. All right. So let's.
But that was an easy call though.
I know because it's so predictable. That's the problem. It was an easy call.
Yeah.
I did like the concept of what they did with dude replacing Lord Neverember and bringing back the games, because the whole arena scene I thought was well done with the Displacer Beast and Gelatinous Q.
Mm-hmm.
And they also did a very, very cool homage to the original cartoon series by bringing in those characters. So I did appreciate that little nugget. That was actually probably one of the best scenes in the film, was between the Speak with Dad options and the arena scene. So they did have some good moments in the film, but again, it's not in my top 10 by any stretch of the imagination at all.
All right, so last up, we have what Disney. They came out with a Little Mermaid movie, right? And what color was what color
She's
was
blue.
the Little Mermaid?
Blue. She's blue.
She's blue.
Yeah, you make her blue on the
yeah, that's right. In China, because that's not racist.
Show it.
That's not racist at all. We're not going to cover up the fact that the character's black to try to sell more tickets in a country.
Dude, they did it so you can't even see her hair is like that.
Yeah. Like, I mean, dude, if you're gonna preach,
she's blue.
If you're gonna preach and say doesn't matter what color she is,
then show her color.
Then why? I mean.
Well, I mean, there's a good reason. They only made $2.5 million in China. It's bombing overseas. It did great locally. Did great local box office, domestic box office. They did good. Dying overseas really bad. It's almost like nobody wanted this Ariel.
I mean, that just shocks me. We'll talk about it more once we get the numbers
they
in
did with Black
for the 4-day
we got to
weekend.
see with the finale.
But I mean, it was just this that just shocked me. I mean, they did it with Star Wars. They got slack for it. Then I'm just like, why do you keep doing this?
They covered up our boy's face on Black Panther.
Also, it's not like China hasn't seen
all the trailers and stuff. Yeah.
So why do you keep trying to cover up and pander to racism?
I mean, I love it that they call everybody in America racist, all this. Go to China, cover up and start bowing and going, oh no. And you're like, okay, dude, are you freaking full? And this is what I was getting mad about when I was talking earlier. Like, be for us or not be for us. I don't like the faking. Don't sit up there and try to be inclusive and you humiliate us. I don't like that. That pisses me off more than not being in it all together. Don't do the Black Little Mermaid, talk all that good spit, and then turn her blue for the cover to try to hide it from the Asians because they're racist. Because China doesn't like black people. Fact. Doesn't stop them from trying to suck up. There it is. Like, show them that. Yeah, bring that one up, Covering up my boy. Saying Finn disappeared and minimized in the bottom back scene corner of the cover. It's like, Disney, you ain't for us. Stop pretending. You ain't for us. So stop acting like you are. Because you know what? I prefer honesty. I can respect you more for honesty than when you fake and lie to my face. And that's what's annoying about it. It's constantly lies and BS. Now, there's some other shots where they show the Black Ariel. They got something here where they show a few posters and show a Chinese thing where they show that like that. See, I don't know the kanji well enough to know if that's Chinese or Korean, but they have covers that show it. But the thing is that they are notorious for also doing these concealing tactics. And why they made her completely
tends to be
blue
on the main advertisement posters.
And that is just clearly they made her blue. They just made her blue as heck on that cover. Now, whether it's intentional, I don't know, but it doesn't change the fact that they got a whole lot of other examples of them doing that to show their hypocrisy. And this is why we don't respect Disney anymore. Because Disney only...
Well, it's one of many reasons why.
Yeah. Well, okay, this is why I don't respect Disney more in particular in regards to race. It's because they're not genuine in anything they do. They're not genuine or authentic. They only make perfunctory hand wave gestures and then back down a second that they think we're not looking. And it's like, dude, just don't in the first place. Go hire you a little red-headed white girl to play Ariel. You weren't going to offend anybody. It's what she looks like. If you want to do a story for me, write me a new story. I'd rather have a new story anyway. I don't like sloppy seconds, period. But I don't like sloppy seconds in my material either. It's like, don't give me cheap knockoffs of you. Give me a new character. You know what I like about Black Panther? He's not a black version of a white character. That's why we like him. You know what I like about Blade? His last name, he's called Blade. He's not called Van Helsing. He's not Black Van Helsing. He's a whole nother character. Write a new character, man. That's all you got to do. You know what I like about Luke Cage? Who else has Luke Cage's backstory and powers? No, he's his own hero. Write a new character. Give us a fantasy story.
Well, I mean, even Miles Morales, they did a unique spin on him, and they didn't erase erase the other guy.
They didn't erase Peter Parker. Yeah, I like that it is now diverged to his own character. It's like, give us our own character. You know, my kids like Miles Morales because he's not Peter Parker. He's Miles Morales. Yeah. That's why they like him. Stop snatching white characters, hiring some random black chick that ain't nobody even know, ain't a freaking like big celebrity name, just some black actress they find that has bi in her damn profile, and then throw in a role. That's she should be insulted. This isn't her own character. She's literally just Black Ariel.
And what you got
Why
against?
Would you settle for Black Ariel?
And what you got against redheads?
I do not know what Disney's problem with redheads is. Oh my God, man, they freaking like. I don't know why Hollywood hates redheads. I don't know what the hell y'all did to them, but they act like redheads are the freaking problem. And I'm like, I'm going through my history. I was like, Hitler was a brunette. Like, I don't know who the evil redhead is that triggered them. I looked through history, and I mean, other than Carrot Top, he's the only evil redhead I know. Yeah. Like, I don't know any other evil redheads.
Do you know why the "Don't Walk" sign is red? To tell redheads when to walk.
Damn, man, you're gonna have some kids if you're gonna tell these dad jokes. Like, me and Bloodaxe paid our dues.
I'm joking. Yeah.
We earned our dad jokes.
I actually hate dad jokes. I keep hearing these things though. Now, I guess I'm getting old because now I'm starting to tell dad jokes. I think it's because people have messed with me for so long for hating dad jokes that I have just huge encyclopedia of dad jokes now.
Bloodaxe, what do you have to say about Blue Ariel
and
the constant replacement of the sloppy, I shouldn't say it like that, the bad knockoffs they keep handing us, the cheap, no-name knockoff brand version of characters?
Well, I mean, everyone knew it was going to be a disaster from the beginning, at least people that had some common sense. What's going to be really bad is when they bring out the Black Snow White. Was it next year's when that's coming out?
I think that's going to be Mexican Snow White, isn't it? I thought it was a Mexican. Is it a black woman or Mexican?
I don't know. I just know that she's not Snow White. So it's one of those things that it concerns me how the world's going to change for my kids and my grandkids, but it's unfortunate that they're doing what they're doing to our legacy characters, our legacy stories. I'm not going to support it. I'm not going to watch it, and I hope it bombs. I really do. I hope it gets the Bud Light treatment, because that's the only way that we're going to affect change to be able to bring things back to normal.
I don't know, dude. I mean, I don't like it, but at the same time, I don't know. It's one of those things of I do wish they'd just do original characters, but
I agree.
I won't say that every time you do a swap like this is necessarily bad. I enjoyed the swap on Nick Fury. It went over really well. So I can't say every one of these times is bad, but I will say it seems to lessen black characters are minority characters when all they are is a palette swap.
Right.
I feel like
in the cartoon they had black mermaids. I don't know if you ever watched the Little Mermaid.
No, I saw it. Yeah, there was within her retinue there was a black mermaid character. And people said, why don't we get her story?
Yeah, exactly. Let's do her story.
Honestly, I would have liked instead a fully original story like Moana, where you actually have a black mermaid and she ends up being near the coast of Africa, and you could introduce her falling in love with an African prince and actually or an African character. Do it a more original story. Maybe there's so much potential to tell a new story that is designed. But here's the thing. They don't think that'll sell. That's why they do the knockoff. The real truth is Disney doesn't believe in black characters. So that's why they just do knockoffs of the white characters, hoping they can keep the same fan base while get the brownie points. And instead of actually writing a new story that might be aimed at a black audience, and thus they have to depend on it to stand on its own merits. And that's the real truth. Hollywood doesn't think black people actually sell. So that's why they have to do cheap knockoffs of existing franchises instead of a new one. They don't think we can carry a franchise. They do not believe we can carry a franchise. That's why Finn, who was a character, that's why Kathleen Kennedy, F. Curran, she's a racist, because Finn was clearly meant to be more important based on the first Star Wars movie, right? It was very clear. He wielded a lightsaber. He fought the main villain. He got injured to save Rey. And then he got knocked to comedy relief coward black guy, a well-known racist trope, the rest of the movies. So, screw her. Rian Johnson, is that the one in the second movie? He's a racist. Because he looked at the black guy and said, oh, throw him in the background and make him scared again and get knocked out. I like scared black guys. I like little scaredy guy. He made him comic relief.
Yeah, you know what's funny?
Huh?
I saw a meme yesterday. It had the villains of Star Wars. And in the original trilogy, it had Darth Vader, Emperor Palpatine, and it had Grand Moff Tarkin. For the sequel trilogy, it had Kathleen Kennedy, Rian Johnson, and J.J. Abrams as the villains for the sequel trilogy.
Those are some villains. So just to close it out, like I said, like I want to see this trope end. Like, give us good characters, give us our own stories. We don't need knockoff Wesker. Why did the black Wesker have to be a dorky dude with glasses that get cussed out by his kids and knocked out and is an idiot? Why do they consistently? Because when they do the race swap, it's not a positive stereotype. Look at Forspoken. They decided to go with, we're going to make a black female protagonist. What's the first thing we find out? She's a thief. She's a criminal. She gets to the other world. What's the first thing she does? She steals an apple because she can't stop stealing because apparently we steal. It's like they think they're helping, but they're not. Look at Fair Game. Fair Game. Interesting game. Main character, black female. What is she? She's a thief. She's a criminal. They don't even catch this, man. They don't even catch the things they're doing. That it's like, why are we always a criminal? You know, like, you guys, stop. Please. Stop. You're not helping. They're not helping us at all. This crap is not helping.
All right.
I miss Wakanda. That's a good Wakanda.
Let's wrap up there now that you've depressed us all, and say, be sure to
you think it depresses you? I'm one of the people they're effing with.
I got you. Be sure to check out Dicejunkies.com. We find links everywhere we are online: Twitter, Twitch, Instagram, Facebook, all that good stuff. Be sure to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell on our YouTube channel. And as every week,
we hope you enjoy.